Hello, guys, and I am here for some awesome bingo action. I'm super excited to be here with you guys live for the next 12 games of Game Day Bingo. We have just 20 seconds before we are in this very first game of Game Day Bingo with that minor prize at $61, 52 balls or less. That major prize at 49 balls or less, $1,033, and $16,955 on that mega. You can take home in 46 balls or less. Should be fun stuff as we are in this game right here as we're working on these awesome prizes. I would like to highlight all those great streams that we're streaming to as we're streaming live on the Pilot TV's Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/Pilot TV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch. As we're working on some great jackpot prizes here in this game number one of Game Day Bingo, I would like to talk about some great jackpot prizes that went out this past weekend. As we've given out 34 jackpot pots over the last week and 512 jackpots during this season 14. That was definitely one of the larger weeks of this season 14. It's been a lot of fun to see which one of our players could take home the largest jackpot. But the largest jackpot actually went out on the very first one on that Friday. As we had Min Gus over at Dog Pound Bar taking home $45,897. Way to start off with the largest jackpot of the entire weekend as the very first prize to go out on that Friday. That was definitely a lot of fun to see that prize go out in Game Day Bingo. That was that mega jackpot, which had been growing for a while, $45,000. A lot of luck going out to you, Mingus, as you were able to take home that huge jackpot prize. We also saw Love Mo over at River Inn Bar and Grill split up a jackpot of over $8,000 between LDB over at the Red Men Club. They both took home $4,077 in that split win on that lovely Friday. Good job being our second and third jackpot winner. The fourth jackpot winner of that Friday went out to PEM612 over at Maynard's Restaurant Rogers, taking home $1,520. Before I get into more of our jackpot winners, we should be giving out a Musco prize here soon, as we already have our great Viking knocking out some of those numbers for us, as Brad over at the Whistle Bickies Old World Pub in Rochester is taking home $10.30. Good job to you, Brad, as we now get enrolled into a game number two of Game Day Bingo. In this game number two that we'll be getting enrolled to, that minor prize will be clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less, getting more exciting as we play these awesome games. As you guys are getting rolled into this upcoming game of Game Day Bingo, I'm going to continue highlighting jackpot winners from our great weekend of bingo. As I just covered our great fourth jackpot that went out on that Friday, I have the fifth one that went out to Joe M over at BNL Bar, taking home $612 in a huge split win, as we saw Ryan over at the Muddy Cow Litchfield, VKG over at Schuller's Tavern, and Hibidi over at White Bear Bar, all taking home $612 in that huge split win, taking home what I think was that 2000 it was an over $2,000 prize. Good job to all those winners. As we did see that final Pilot Payday jackpot get split up on that Friday between Colleen over at American Legion Monticello and Manda over at American Legion Anoka. They both took home $1,250 in that $2,500 split win in Pilot Payday. Good job to all of our winners on Friday, as we gave out a grand total of 10 jackpots on Friday. It was a lot of fun. It was an extra fun Friday just with all those prizes going out. But that didn't mean that the jackpots didn't continue to hit lucky players' iPads this weekend, as we saw a bunch of prizes go out on Saturday and Sunday as well. As we got Saturday started off with Bingo Queen over at American Legion Owatonna, taking home $5,435. Great job to you, Bingo Queen, ruling over the rest, taking home, I think, the largest jackpot of that. No, the second largest jackpot of that Saturday, as we gave out another big prize there. But before we talk about that, we had $948 go out in the jackpot on Saturday to Mike over at the Old Piper and Blaine. Mike, one of our biggest Pilot Games players out there, is in multiple leaderboards and competing and winning some great prizes. $948 going out to you this weekend. Also on Saturday, we saw Allie over at the Country Lounge take home $959. Great job to you, Allie. Next jackpot was a $707 prize going out to Richie Rich over at the Broadway Bar and Pizza Rochester. Great job to all of our winners so far on that Saturday, as we did give out one final jackpot on Saturday as $7,122. The largest jackpot available of that day went out to Slappy over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. Good job to all of our winners on that lovely Saturday of bingo. It was definitely a lot of fun watching all five of you guys take home nice prizes. We did see more great prizes go out on that Sunday, as we saw five different jackpots go out on Sunday. Before I get into those jackpots, though, let's talk about what we're getting after right here. $77 on our minor jackpot, 54 balls or less. Major prizes at $1,046. You could take home in 49 balls or less. And that mega prize is at $16,967. You could take home in 46 balls or less. This should be a lot of fun as you guys get after some awesome prizes in this game of Game Day Bingo. As you guys work on that, Sunday jackpots to go out, we saw Merge over at VFW Blaine take home a very nice $712 jackpot prize to start off that Sunday. The next player was naming it and claiming it as winners over at MC's Pub. Took home $974. Well, you were definitely a winner taking home that nice jackpot prize. The third jackpot to go out on Sunday went out to Papa G, one of our big time Pilot Games player, playing over at the R Social on Main, taking home $645. Great job to you, Papa G. The fourth jackpot to go out on Sunday went out to TJM over at Tavern 22, taking home $1,547. And the final jackpot to go out on that lovely Sunday went out to Am Al over at the Country Lounge, taking home $3,749. Great job to you, Am Al, and all of those awesome jackpot winners over this weekend, as we gave out 20 different jackpots this weekend. We're hoping to give out a lot of great jackpots today. If you guys aren't working on the jackpots right here, though, check out one of our newest eTab games to earn those great prizes. Our newest one is called Sherlock Holmes, as it just hit your guys' bars about 2 weeks ago. This eTab game boasts 3 different bonus rounds, a wheel bonus, a Sherlock's coin bonus, and the Where's Watson skill challenge. After we give out this great prize, I'll be talking about the best players in that Where's Watson skill challenge in just a second. But in this game right here, we're working on some nice prizes. $12.80 should be going out very, very soon, as we're seeing that prize go out to a few different players. Brad, Player, Joe, MMM, Let Her Rip, all of them splitting up that Musco prize of $12.80 in this game number 2 of Game Day Bingo. We'll now be getting enrolled into a game number 3, with these jackpots continuing to grow and roll into this upcoming game. As you guys are getting enrolled, I'm going to continue talking about that new eTab game, Sherlock Holmes, and that Where's Watson's skill challenge, as that skill challenge actually doesn't affect your pull tab game outcome, but you can still hunt for clues and climb statewide leaderboard, getting highlighted on our social media pages if you're one of our top 10 players. Our top 10 Where's Watson challenge players sit like this, as we have a two-way tie in 9th between Donnie and JM. They both have 1,900 points. With 1,960 points, we hop into another two-way tie between Tim and KV. The ties don't stop there, as a 5th place is another two-way tie between AR and JT. They both have 1,980 points. 2,000 points for the only 4th place player, Funny Farm, as the ties continue into 2nd with Delore and Proper Tom, both with 2,040 points. But the only player in 1st place sits with 2,140 points, and that's always been us. Great job to always been us, playing a bunch of that great new eTab game, Sherlock Holmes. I can't wait to get a new update of that Sherlock Holmes game, as we should be getting an update on our Facebook page soon. soon of who's our top players in that Where's Watson skill challenge. So definitely stay up to date by giving us a like and follow on that Facebook page. All you got to do is search up Pilot Games and click on our logo. Then you'll be able to see weekly bingo schedules, event details, and reminders. You can see where the big progressives are, player pictures, and so much more. You can also click the website link at the very top of that Facebook page, which has links to our bar locations, our social medias like Twitter and Instagram, pgl.world, so you can become a member of our league, and even more there as well. So just the hub of all things Pilot Games right there available for you on that Facebook page. But if you're watching right now and you want to know what kind of great prizes we're going to be getting after while playing this live bingo today, I'm about to go over it for you guys. Before I get into that, we're about to get enrolled into a game number 3 of Game Day Bingo. Just 5 seconds till we're in this game. And we'll be playing 12 games of Game Day Bingo with you guys from 12 all the way till 1. I'll be here for this entire lunchtime bingo as we'll finish off right at 1 p.m. as you'll get into your first unhosted live bingo matchup with a little Lucky 4 bingo at 1 p.m. That's got one of the best jackpots available as there's $92,215 available in that amazing jackpot prize. So don't miss out on that 1 p.m. opportunity. From 1 to 4, you'll get back into that game day bingo zone as you'll be playing a bunch of games of that, getting after that minor, major, and mega prize. Whatever prizes we do not give out during this game day bingo from 12 to 1. 4 p.m., we switch on over to a Lucky 4 bingo. Once again, a second opportunity at that $92,000 if it didn't go out at 1 p.m. At 4, I'll be back once again to play some happy hour bingo with you, as we'll play some skull bingo running from 4 all the way till 6 p.m. We got that line price starting off fresh at 10 balls or less. Large frame is looking fantastic, as we usually give that large frame out in skull bingo before it gets to this mass amount, $24,927 available in 43 balls or less. Do not miss out on that. The coverall is also looking great as well, $85,240 you could take home in 50 balls or less. And then right at 6 p.m., after getting after all those great prizes, playing 23 games of Skull Bingo, you'll finish off with one final opportunity at Lucky 4 Bingo at 6 p.m., where if we haven't given out that over $90,000 jackpot, it's just continuing to grow and roll into that 6 p.m. opportunity. So I think some of the biggest prizes will be available today from that 4 to 6 time, as you got 2 opportunities of Lucky 4 Bingo, where you got $92,000 on the line. And then you got 23 games of Skull Bingo, where you get that coverall at $85,000 on the line. I think it's looking really, really good in this game. So make sure you guys do not miss out on these amazing opportunities that are available for you in these matchups. But after that last matchup of Lucky 4 Bingo at 6 p.m., you'll be switching back on over to Game Day Bingo to finish off your night from 6 all the way till 10 p.m., which should be a great time. But in this game right here, we do have a split must go prize getting split up between Hey F over at the Boxcar Bar, Phil M over at the Sportsman's Pub. They're both splitting up $14 on our must go prize in this game number 3 of Game Day Bingo. We'll now be getting enrolled into a game number 4 with our jackpots continuing to grow and roll into this upcoming game. Minor prize clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less, getting more exciting as we work through these matchups. Just 2 minutes and 10 seconds to get your hand in this awesome matchup of a game. As you guys are getting enrolled into this game, I would like to highlight some specialty nights that we would love for you to come out for. But next 2 nights, actually, Tuesday night and Wednesday night, we're gonna have some PGL specialty night happening at 6:40 every single Tuesday night. Tony and Nikki come live for a little MegaSota game night action. This should be a great opportunity for you guys to come in and earn some great PGL points. It's your final opportunity with Tony and Nikki until the new year to play some awesome MegaSota game night action. So do not miss out. Then we'll play from 6:40 and then end off all the way at a little bit of jackpot jungle action in that great night, where you'll have an opportunity at $18,258 you can take home in 54 balls or less. MegaSota game night, it's a great time. Wild Wednesdays are also a great time, running from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. Always giving out a bunch of great points as me and Jordy on those nights, as we love playing some of those great games. The first one is a high-low matchup where the best player in the state takes home a first place prize, along with the worst player in the state taking home a first place prize. And then we end off with a little fishing derby action. There's some Vikings victory mixed in there as well. It's all a lot of fun in those PGL nights. If you haven't come out, make sure you do come out for one of those nights, as we love seeing you out there. And if you're a new player to the PGL scene, make sure you're signed up at pgl.world to become a member of our league. Just 30 seconds to get enrolled into this game number 4 of Game Day Bingo. As you guys are getting enrolled into this game number 4, we're going to be hopping into some national days. This one, it kind of relates with our Minnesota, as it is National Twin Day. Even though we're not celebrating our Minnesota Twins, we are celebrating the twin that the twins that we know, all siblings who enjoy the unique connection between because they share a birthday. I know a few different twins out there, and a lot of them are great. Most of the time, I don't know many twins that are similar. If I'm being honest, most of them, I feel like, especially if they they end and know who would be different than each other, and so they end up being drastically different from each other. So I don't actually know many twins that are actually super similar to each other. But you guys used to know Will on the broadcast. If you guys have been around Pilot Games, Will used to be one of our co-hosts with me, and he was a twin. And so shout out to Will out there, as I'm still buddies with him. I talk to him on a weekly basis, and so I'll shout out him on today. I'll send a message to him and his twin to make sure they know to celebrate themselves on today. And shout out to anybody who's out there playing Pilot Games. If you are a twin, here's some luck going out to you. You get a little bit of extra luck if you are playing Pilot Games with your twin on today, as it is National Twin Day. We do have 35 balls dropped in this game. We're working on some nice prizes, 58 balls or less for this minor jackpot, over $100. Major prize is over $1,000, and major prize is at mega prize, I should say, is at $16,000. We'll see as we continue to work through this one. Next up on our national day list is National Roasted Suckling Pig Day. Roasted Suckling Pig Day on December 18th recognizes a savory dish that takes some planning to prepare. The result, however, are worth the effort. Now, this is a national day that I can say I am not necessarily 100% familiar with, as I definitely love a well-made pig, but I don't know if I've had a roast suckling pig. Well, a suckling pig is a young pig between the ages of 2 to 6, which is still fed by its mother's milk. The pig is roasted until the skin is crispy, the meat is tender and succulent. Suckling pigs can range between 8 to 30 pounds and expect between 12 to $20 a pound, depending on the market. Very interesting. That's probably something that I'm not gonna eat. As I'm also not it just I love eating meat, but veal, suckling pig doesn't not up my alley. We do have Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven taking home our must go prize in this one, $12.40 going out to you, Nan, as we move on into this game number 5 of Game Day Bingo. Things are starting to get heated up in this game number 5, as we got that minor jackpot clicking up from 58 to 60 balls or less. $123 available in this upcoming game, so do not miss out as you guys are getting enrolled. As you guys are getting enrolled, I'm going to be talking about our next national day. Our next national day is Answer the Telephone Like Buddy the Elf Day. Answer the Telephone Like Buddy the Elf Day on December 18th encourages everyone to add some elf behavior to their day. Definitely a great one on today, as it's just, adding a little bit more to the Christmas season on today. Buddy the Elf was played by Will Ferrell in the 2003 movie Elf. Answering the phone like Buddy the Elf not only surprises unsuspecting callers, but it brightens the day too. As your day goes along, it will most certainly brighten yours. Who can resist a giggle or a smile when being elf-like? So, how do you answer the phone like Buddy the Elf? If you haven't watched the movie, here you go. Simply answer the phone saying, uh, Okay, my name's Ian, so I'll use my name in this one. So I would answer the phone. I go, Ian the elf, what's your favorite color? As you answer, smile and spread some joy. It's nearly impossible not to encourage others to do the same. It's a great one. Try and do it in an elf like voice. I have no idea what that means, but use your imagination in that as you can have some fun doing that. What's your favorite color? It's a great way to answer your phone. I know it's the way that my family's answered our phones a bunch of times throughout the years as we love the movie Elf. And so, a great one on today. Answer the phone like Buddy the Elf Day. Just 25 seconds to get enrolled into this game number 5, 60 balls or less for this minor jackpot. We'll see if we can finally give it out at 60 balls or less. Usually, that's a pretty loose term as it can change all the time. But I usually see it go out at 60 balls or less. I feel like this is the most popular ball count for that minor jackpot to go out. So we'll see if we can finally do it here. Moving on, as you guys are competing through this game, I would like to highlight our Twins really quickly, as that we actually teamed up with the Minnesota Twins to create a great E-Tab game called Twins Win. You can even check out the Home Run Derby bonus round to see if you can take home some Grand Slam prizes. It's definitely a great time playing that awesome E-Tab game. But right now, you guys are playing a different sports teamed game, and that's our Game Day Bingo. And while you guys are playing some Game Day Bingo, you're earning points towards the Game Day Bingo standings. Currently in those standings, in 10th place, we have Mikey Wins over the clubhouse at Edinburgh with 61,000 points. 63,000 points, it's Nan at Corky's Bar Southaven in ninth. 71,000 points for Towley over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in 8th. Super D over at Shore 96 and Why Not Me over at Beatles Bar and Grill are both in 6th with 74,000 points. A crazy tie between Why Not Me and Super D. In 5th place, we have Mad Dog over at Egan's Arms Public House with jumping up with Mike over the Sherwood Lounge sits with 91,000 points. With 97,000 points in 3rd place in these Game Day Bingo standings, we have Rock Rider over at the Incline Station Bowling Center. Our 2nd place player in these standings, it is Mikey Mike over at the Old Piper in Blaine with 104,000 points. As we have 133,000 points going out to the great player, Call Me Jen over at JR Mac. Definitely great job to all those players, earning a ton of points while playing these great games. Definitely has been fun watching you guys compete in those great matchups of Game Day Bingo, especially Call Me Jen, who leads by a huge margin. But in this game right here, we do have players 2 balls away. It's looking like it's going to be a tough sell to give out this jackpot prize. And so we'll be working on probably a Musco in this game, as we got that Musco looking like $21.70. Milton's is 1 ball away in this matchup. As we do have PCK 913 over at Bex Burger taking home that $21.70 Musco prize. As you guys now get enrolled into a game number 6, getting more exciting as we get enrolled into this one, as we gave out that Musco prize at 62 balls or less. That minor jackpot is actually going to click up to that same ball count, moving up from 60 to 62 balls or less and growing in monetary amount as well. It should be a lot of fun. As you guys get enrolled into this upcoming matchup of Game Day Bingo, I got to talk about the locations that are those top places to play these games. 10th place, it's VFW Blaine with 129,000 points. 8th place is a two-way tie between Shady's Railside and Sherwood Lounge, both with 146,000 points. With 154,000 points in 7th place, it's Leo's Bar, Newmarket. 6th place is the Country Lounge with 173,000 points. With 179,000 points in 5th place, it's the Boulevard Tavern. Old Piper in Blaine sits in 4th with 188,000 points, as JR Max sits in 3rd with 275,000 points. With 322,000 points in 2nd place, it's VFW Spring Lake Park. As our number 1 location is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 325,000 points, just recently passing up VFW Spring Lake Park, as they've just gone back and forth, only a 3,000 point lead for Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, and VFW Spring Lake Park had a 2,000 point lead just on Friday. So it's always constantly changing in that game day bingo. Super competitive standings right now in that game day bingo action. This upcoming game, we'll see what who could take home these awesome prizes. As you guys are getting enrolled and working on these awesome prizes, I would like to highlight some e-tabs just in case you're not playing this live bingo. Check out the over 70 different charitable e-tab games that you guys have available just a click away on those iPads. Play for huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games. We'd love for you to check them out. One of the newer ones is called Wicked Seas, where you can find buried treasure jackpots in the treasure map bonus, or spin the helm to try and land on some great prizes in the wheel bonus. It's all a lot of fun in those great E-Tab games, so definitely go check it out and let us know how you're liking it. As we love knowing what are your favorite E-Tabs to play on, as it's always a good time to see who's playing what. As you guys are getting into this game right here, we got that nice 62 ball or less minor jackpot that's looking real good in this upcoming game. I'm going to be highlighting some music history on today. On today in 2009, Polestar declares Dave Matthews Band the highest grossing touring artist of the 2010s in North America, with about $530 million in earnings. Their secret? Consistent touring and affordable tickets. The rest of the top five is at number two, Celine Dion. Number three, Kenny Chesney. Number four, Bruce Springsteen. And number five, the Rolling Stones. Very cool stuff. I did not realize that they would be number one in touring, but I guess when it comes to touring, it's a very different genre than it is in actual album sales and music listens. As I think there's a lot of bands out there that they just love touring, they love the touring life, and they go out there, they tour consistently. And Dave Matthews Band was doing it consistently through that entire decade. That's very impressive stuff. So cool that they were number one over some big names like Celine Dion, Rolling Stones, Kenny Chesney, Bruce Springsteen, all of them. Big time names there. Also on today in music history in 2005, after airing on Saturday Night Live, the digital short Lazy Sunday about two gangsters wannabes who plan a trip to see the Chronicles of Narnia movie appears on YouTube. It quickly goes viral, becoming the first segment to do so on YouTube, which launched 10 months earlier. Obviously, YouTube has since had a huge influence on music in general, as it's one of the main places where people listen to their new music. So definitely a cool one on today in 2005 as well as on in 2009. We do have our great Viking tossing his hammer. We'll see if we can give out this prize at 62 balls or less. Is it going out? No. Once again, our jackpot will be growing and rolling into a game number 8. But Tom Sue over at American Legion Forest Lake will be taking home $35 on that must go prize. Good job to you, Tom Sue, as we now get enrolled into a game number 8 of Game Day Bingo. I did not expect us to go all the way to game number 8, but at 64 balls or less, we hope to finally see this minor prize go out. We usually see it go out at 64 balls or less. I don't know if I've ever seen it get to 66 balls or less. I don't think I've ever seen it get to 66 balls or less. So get enrolled, press play, $207 there to get after. So don't miss out in this upcoming matchup. As you guys are getting after in this upcoming matchup, I would like to give you guys a little bit of, a heads up. We will be playing some PGL action later this week with that Tuesday night and Wednesday night, 6:40 every Tuesday to 7 p.m. every single Wednesday. We play some of that tournament style action. If you want to be one of those players earning points on those nights, competing to try and get into our top 10, sign up at pgl.world and become a member of our league. PGL players, they also get access to insider information, which includes a monthly newsletter that has a bunch of great information in it. And if you just want me to talk about you on air, just sign up there and I'll have to highlight your name as we highlight every player in our new member spotlight. Those new members are Tams Maltz 4, Jabber 469, Killian, Rosie 89, Tag, Danny Kitty, Bold Moves, McGee, Marlin, Pen 17, Drewski, Frofro, City Angel 80, all getting signed up there. Can't wait to see you guys compete for those PGL points to try and earn your way into those awesome top 10s. Obviously, one of those PGL nights are our great Wild Wednesdays, and our Wild are kind of turning it around. They're now 12, 12, and 4 on the season, and Matt Zuccarello scored in the shootout, and Philip Gustafsson made 35 saves as the Minnesota Wild beat the Vancouver Canucks 2-1 on Saturday. Frederick Gaudreau scored in regulation for Minnesota, which won its third in a row and second straight in a shootout after Thursday's 3-2 win against the Calgary. The Wild are now 7-2 under coach John Hines since Hines replaced Evanson on November 28th. Minnesota leads NHL in allowing just 1.56 goals per game and has a league leading .947 save percentage. So defense, defense, defense. That's what we've been doing, and I've been loving to see it. I think also it's been great to see that we've been playing at a really high pace. I think this suits our young players a lot more, just moving that puck around fast, getting up and down the ice, and really tiring out some of those other teams and creating a lot of havoc by throwing a lot of different looks at them. I think it's been a good change up for us with John Hines as he's brought a new life to this team that had been really just treading water for a second there. Now back to that 500 record at 12, 12, and 4. Hopefully we can get to winning record as John Hines has had to do a lot of work to get to just even, going 7-2 so far this year, and we hope that he can continue to push this team to even bigger heights. We do have a game happening today, which is a lot of fun. Wild at Penguins at 6 p.m. We'll be able to see if we can finally, continue to move up in these standings as, it's just been a good stretch for our Minnesota Wild team. I did not expect our Wild to turn around nearly as much as they have as over this 10-game stretch, which we are 7-3 over this 10-game stretch. That matches, that matches everybody at the top of the league. Only Predators who have a 7-3 stretch. You got Golden Knights who have 7 wins, Canucks who have 7 wins in the last 10 games. So we're right up there on pace with some of the best teams in NHL. And so if we can continue to, get 7 wins out of our last 10 games, I think we'll be very happy with how this team is looking in just a few months. As we do, like I said, have to make up some of that groundwork, as starting off so bad can really hurt this team later on as we're trying to, hopefully work up into playoff seeding. But that will take, a long, long hike. But if you can make that hike, this team is going to look, battle tested, and it should be a fun team that no one will want to take on in the first round. We do have that game, like I said, today against the Penguins at 6 p.m. Send some luck over to our Wild by playing the great E-Tab game. Let's go Wild. Even check out that slap shot bonus round to see if you can take home some jackpot prizes. It's definitely a great time playing that awesome E-Tab game. We do have that jackpot prize going out here in this game as Jackson over at Corky's Bar Southaven will be taking home $232 on that jackpot prize. Great job to you, Jackson, in that awesome game number 8 of Game Day Bingo. Finally, we're able to give out that minor jackpot that had been eluding us for so long. That $39.80 must-go prize will be growing and rolling into a game number 9. So continue to get enrolled and press play as you guys are getting enrolled into this upcoming game. I would like to highlight, any player that has sent in a awesome picture. You can see some of them right next to me underneath that hashtag Pilot Games, as we love seeing pictures of you winning jackpots with that message next to your screen. You playing your favorite E-Tab game, you playing with your friends, your favorite bartender, you with loved ones, having a good time playing Pilot Games. Whatever it is, we love seeing pictures of it. So share those photos directly to us by messaging us on Facebook, by posting them onto any of your social media with the hashtag Pilot Games, or by emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com. Definitely send those in, as we will be showing you off like you see these other players right here next to me. As you guys are working on this, we do have a little bit of Vikings news, disappointing Vikings news, as they are 7-7 on the year, as the Bengals beat the Minnesota Vikings 27-24 on Saturday. Not quite what we wanted to see. Nick Mullins, the fourth quarterback to start the game, to start a game this season for the Vikings, was solid in the defeat. He passed for 303 yards and 2 touchdowns, but threw 2 interceptions. An absolute grind of a football game, Mullins said. But those are the types of games that you want to be in. Minnesota, who are 7-7, has lost 3 of 4, and only a win in the the only win in that stretch was a 3-0 decision at Las Vegas that led to Joshua Dobbs being benched in favor of Mullins, who had more success finding the Vikings playmakers. Definitely an interesting one there. Something that I've just really come to realize with this Vikings team is that we have an offense that can make any quarterback work. Any quarterback can look decent in this offense. I am a firm believer in it. When you got Justin Jefferson, you got TJ Hawkinson as well as Jordan Addison, all of them on the field at the same time. You're going to make that quarterback look good. Nick Mullins throwing for 303 yards and 2 touchdowns. We saw Joshua Dobbs throw for 200 yards and multiple touchdowns in multiple of those games. And so I think it's one of those situations where I am very much going to be looking into the draft this year. I think it's a very deep quarterback draft this year, and I'm definitely going to be looking for maybe a backup to learn under Kirk Cousins for a few years. I wouldn't mind that at all if we got a Jordan Love type situation. It definitely, hopefully, work out better than the Jordan Love situation, but I don't think that would be a terrible spot if we got ourselves a Ewers out of Texas in the later rounds, or a JJ McCarthy out of Michigan in third, late second round picks kind of deal. So I'm definitely interested in that kind of thought process just because of seeing the success of all the different quarterbacks on this team. But we need to get some more wins if we want to push ourselves into the playoffs. It's just an interesting spot for our Vikings as we are kind of in no man's land right now. We can push to make the playoffs, or we can lose a bunch of games to try and boost our draft stock. It's a very weird spot to be in. I would honestly love to see us just ride with Jaron Hall and just see what he could do out there, as I like the rookie quarterback. I think he's under rookie contract for a while for us, and I think him getting some game snaps would just be good for us to, maintain that, good backup quarterback in Jaron Hall. We do have a game coming up this Sunday for our Vikings. They're taking on the Lions at 12 p.m. I'll be there for a great live broadcast with that lunchtime bingo going on Sunday. So make sure you guys are there watching our Vikings take on that dastardly blue and gray. We do have a winner here, $62.30 going out here. 53 balls or less, which is insane that we were one ball away from trying to give out that minor prize. Milton's over at Carboni's Pizzeria Pub, Oak Park Heights. Good job to you taking home that awesome prize in this game at number 9. We'll now be getting enrolled into a game number 10 with our jackpots continuing to grow and roll into this upcoming game. That minor prize clicking up to 54 balls or less. Major prize still at 49 balls or less, and mega prize at 46 balls or less. If you guys want some more Vikings action besides this game day bingo, check out the great eTab game Vikings Victory. Pick out a lucky letter in the Skull bonus round. See if you can pick out some great prizes. We also play some live bingo called Skull Bingo that gets played from 4 to 6 every single day. Has two of my favorite jackpots available in it, as we have a large frame jackpot in that Skull Bingo that's sitting at $24,000 you could take home in 43 balls or less, and a coverall prize of $85,000 you could take home in 50 balls or less. But while we're playing that Skull Bingo, you guys will be earning points towards the Skull Bingo standings, which have been very competitive in this season 14, I should say. And let's talk about those top players in our standings, as we have in 10th place Jake over at Moorhead Billiards with 141,000 points. 154,000 points for Rock Ryder over at the Incline Station Bowling Center. In 8th place, we have the great player, Jackie, over at Outtakes with 174,000 points. 180,000 points for 7th place, Allie, over at the Little Village Pub. Funk, over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiard, sits in 6th with 181,000 points. As our 5th place player is Cheese over at the Beartown Lounge with 197,000 points. With 204,000 points in fourth place, it's Oswald over at Friar Tuck's Pub. Fast Eddie over at Elks Lodge Watana sits in third with 243,000 points. Huge jump up to second place as second place is Brother Nate over at the Chart House with 404,000 points. As our number one player is Call Me Jen over at JR Mac with 696,000 points. Great job to you, Call Me Jen, as well as all those players earning so many points while playing some of that awesome Skull Bingo action. As you guys are working on some great skull bingo action, we're going to be talking about those great locations that are leading those standings in skull bingo. In 10th place, we got MT's on 8th with 238,000 points. In ninth place, it's Elks Lodge Watana with 249,000 points. With 280,000 points in 8th place, we got Friar Tuck's Pub. With 289,000 points in 7th place, we got the Little Village Pub. Sixth place is Eagles Albert Lay with 321,000 points. With 379,000 points. In fifth place, we got Clive's Roadhouse Burnsville. Fourth place is Outtakes with 462,000 points. And with 527,000 points in third, it's the Chart House. Second place is Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, with 569,000 points. And with 796,000 points in first place, we have JR Mac. Great job to all those locations, getting a lot of wins in that Skull Bingo. Running from 4 to 6 every single day. So hopefully you guys are out there getting those awesome wins. I did have one of my coworkers checking in, Anthony. He's checking in. He was watching the broadcast, and so I'm going to shoot a little shout out to him as he's a avid watcher of Pilot TV, and compliment I can give to him is he's got the curls that would make a poodle jealous. As we are getting enrolled and as we're getting balls dropping in this game right here, we got 23 balls working. We got 12 balls away for a player that's pretty mad at Mad Dog and Joe. We'll see who ends up taking home this great prize. As you guys are working on it, I do have a bit of Timberwolves news I can talk about, as they are 19-5 on the year. Karl Anthony Towns scored a season high 40 points and grabbed 12 rebounds. Anthony Edwards added 37 points, and the Minnesota Timberwolves pulled away in the second half to dominate the shorthanded Indiana Pacers 127-109 on Saturday night. Naz Reid added in 17 points, and Kyle Anderson had 10 assists for Minnesota, now 11-1 at home, and tied Boston for the league's best record at 19-5. Towns had the highest scoring total since a career best 60 points on March 14th, 2022. Edwards finished 1 point shy from his season high. The pair combined for 54, one of the Wolves' first 75 points, 27 apiece. That is super impressive stuff by our Timberwolves. They've been playing some great basketball, as they are probably the best defense in the NBA this year, with just such a versatility to be able to attack you from so many angles defensively. There's no way that they can't attack you, whether it's playing big, playing a lot of drop, and making sure you have no way to finish in the paint, or they're hounding you on the perimeter with all those amazing wing defenders. We do have Mad Dog over at Lincoln Depot taking home $16 on that must go prize. Good job to you, player, as we now get enrolled into a game number 11 of Game Day Bingo. In this game number 11, that minor prize will be clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less, continuing to have more fun as you get enrolled into this next game. As you guys are getting enrolled into this next game, I'm going to be talking about that Timberwolves Heat matchup that's going to be happening today at 6:30 p.m. It should be a fun matchup. Heat is a pretty nice matchup for our Timberwolves, as they're 15-11 on the year. They're one of the better teams over there in the East. And currently, their best players that have been playing hot basketball have been obviously the regular stars that they have with Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler have been playing some good basketball. But some other guys that you need to watch out for is Kevin Love has had a few good games in a row. Duncan Robinson has been proven that contract wasn't a waste that they spent on him a few years ago. And it's still absolutely hilarious that Jimmy Butler has put that whole entire hair thing out, as I'm now looking at all these game highlights with the Heat right here in front of me on my computer. realizing every single one of them has Jimmy Butler with his emo hair, which is absolutely hilarious. Well, definitely check out our Timberwolves taking on the Heat, 6:30 p.m. tonight. We'll have a little bit of game day bingo going during that time, so you guys can have some bingo fun as well. Just 1 minute to get enrolled into this upcoming game. 56 balls or less for that minor prize at $62. We got $1,220 available on that major prize. You could take home at 49 balls or less, and a mega prize of $17,142. You could take home in 46 balls or less. As you guys are working through this game, maybe check out some movies that were released on today. Some of my childhood favorites came out on today. One of them in particular, one of my childhood favorites, and that's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. 1968 was one of my favorites as a kid. I always wanted a flying car, and this kind of itched that want, as it was a super fun one with Dick Van Dyke as one of the main characters. You got Sally Ann Oles, as well as many other big time actors and actresses. The only thing that was definitely weird about this one was I didn't like the Pied Piper or whatever, the guy who was attempting all the kids into the caged trolley. That freaked me out. So that was, I guess it taught me a good lesson though. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, 1968. 1985, The Color Purple. I've not watched this one, but I know it's a big time movie that's talked about by people who really enjoy movies. 2009, Avatar was released. This is a huge release, as this kind of set the standard of CGI for the next few years, as they were so innovative with all their different technology that it made the movie. I'm not one that is a huge fan of the whole entire plot of the Avatar series, but I really enjoyed the animation in the first one. I thought that was just incredible. When I was able to go with my buddy, we went on, I think, second weekend of that movie being released, and being able to see that on the big screen was ridiculous in 2009. And then last but not least, in 2015, Star Wars: The Force Awakens was released. This was the first of the final trilogy that has came out, starring Daisy Ryder as Rey Skywalker, John Boyega as Finn, Harrison Ford makes an appearance, one of his final appearances as Han Solo. You got Adam Driver as Kylo Ren. This is one of the few that I really enjoyed, actually. I thought this one was a good version of the Star Wars. I thought it had a lot that I enjoyed of it. But after this, I kind of fell off of Star Wars and don't nearly watch the same amount. But it was fun in 2015 for sure. We do have 49 balls dropped in this game right here. We'll see who can take home this awesome prize in this game day bingo, as we only have, I think this is one of our final of two games that I'm going to be here live with you guys for. Yeah, just one more game of game day bingo that I'm going to be live with you guys for, trying to give out these prizes. See 56 balls or less? No, not happening in this game. We got players 2 balls away as our Viking walks out to start knocking out some of those numbers. As you guys are working on that, though, I do have some celebrity birthdays I'd like to highlight. Before I highlight any celebrity birthdays, I'd like to highlight any player that's out there playing on their birthday. Shoot out a little bit of luck to you guys as you guys play after this awesome bingo action. But in this bingo right here, we do have Pam over at Adagios taking home $12.30 on our Musco prize. We'll now be getting enrolled into this final game of lunchtime game day bingo. Don't worry, you'll have more game day bingo opportunities unhosted from 1 all the way till 4 p.m. But this one's the last one I'll be here with you guys for. So if you want me to announce your name as you win a great prize live, get a win right here, as we got a great 58 ball or less minor jackpot of $76, a major prize of $1,231 you could take home in 49 balls or less, and a mega jackpot of $17,154 you could take home in 46 balls or less. But I do want to highlight some celebrity birthdays before I get too far into it, as we definitely have some fun celebrity birthdays born on today. Born on today in 1943, we got Keith Richards, the American guitarist and songwriter from the Rolling Stones. Got to shout out anyone from the Rolling Stones, as that's absolutely huge. We got in 1922, Larry D. Mann, Canadian actor and broadcaster, one of my personal favorite voice actors of all time, as he played Cornelius in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And if you don't know Cornelius, he took out that abominable snowman, then became friends with it, and it was an awesome storyline. One of my favorites of the Christmas genre. Steven Spielberg, a great movie director, was born on today in 1946. He did E.T., Close Encounter, as well as Jaws, and many other big films. And so happy birthday to him. Ray Liotta, born on today in 1954, American actor from Goodfellas, Field of Dreams, Copland, and many other big hits. You got Brad Pitt, American actor and producer. He was a part of Fight Club, bunch of big hit ones. Trying to think, what would be my favorite Brad Pitt movie? Because he's been in so many big hits, I don't know if I can really choose which one. I really enjoyed Bullet Train, his newest movie that came out, so I'll just say that. Stone Cold Steve Austin was born on today, the American pro wrestler. He was born on today in 1964. If you share a birthday with Stone Cold Steve Austin, you're cool. DMX was also born on today. Just really cool people were born on today. 1970, the American rapper DMX. Kate Holmes, the American actress from Dawson's Creek and Batman Begins, was born in 1978 on today. We got Christina Aguilera, was born on today in 1980. The American singer who's done a bunch of big hits, was also a TV personality on The Voice. And in 2001, Billie Eilish was born on today. The American Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter. It still amazes me that she's as young as she is, as I feel like I've been hearing about her music for the past decade now. So definitely a cool one there. Happy birthday to all those celebrities that have been, doing some great stuff. That's why we're highlighting you. We got 10 balls dropped in this game of Game Day Bingo. As we're working on this, a little this day in history. On today, on December 18th, 1620, the English ship Mayflower arrives at modern-day Plymouth, Massachusetts. And its passengers prepare to begin their new settlement, the Plymouth colony. Obviously, the Mayflower arriving is a huge day in American history, as that basically was the start of America. As we are continuing to work through this game, we got 30 balls dropped, 10 balls away for some of our players. Still in line to be able to take home maybe one of these great jackpots that we're hoping to give out. As we're working on some great jackpots, I would like to highlight a $45,000 jackpot win that went out this weekend. Mingus over at the Dog Pound took home that huge $45,897 prize in Game Day Bingo on Friday this past weekend. And over at the Dog Pound Bar, they support the Steele County Snowmobile Trail Association, and their mission is the construction and maintaining of the snowmobile trails in Steele County, Minnesota. Definitely an important job there that's helping out your guys' community directly, which is an awesome reason why you guys are playing Pilot Games. Let's see who's going to be taking home a great prize in this game right here, though, as we got A and T right now 2 balls away with Cowboy Jack's Asego, as well as Adeline out there 2 balls away as well. We'll wait till those players get to 1 ball away very, very soon. Shout out to our number 1 player in our standings. Game Day Bingo, it is Call Me Jen. PGL, it is Outlaw 21. And in Skull Bingo, it is Call Me Jen once again. But in this game right here, our best player is player over at the Wheelhouse, taking home $18.50 in that awesome game. You guys are about to get after an awesome game of Lucky 4 Bingo with $92,000 on the line. You will not want to miss out on that amazing opportunity. Then some more Game Day Bingo running from 1 all the way till 4 p.m. I'll be back for a little bit of Skull Bingo from 4 to 6. But as you guys play this awesome bingo, remember, when you play Pilot Games, your community wins.
Thank you.